week long, so we're gonna rattle off two
We
at
get
a
college
time.
football this week. We're ecstatic. We're running off straight fumes of the sound of the cans going or the bottle going shing. You know what I'm saying? As you take it back and the game is going on.
Hey, brother, we gotta watch a game. We gotta chill one Saturday.
We're locking in a Saturday. We already talked about it.
We have to. We have to. We didn't get a chance. We stayed in contact every Saturday. We definitely stayed in contact. I definitely called you once or twice, but dude, I definitely got to come over, crack some open, and watch some football.
Don't drive.
I know you got to
drive.
No.
Don't drive. Just catch. I'll come pick you up and then we'll send you home in the Uber, or we can get the wife to come.
Why not, dude? Why not, bro? I'm talking all day. I'm talking about 12 to 10.
Yeah. That's how.
Like one of them massive Saturdays. We got the three TVs going at all times. But at 12 o'clock, the 3:30, the 7, and the 10. Why not?
I just mounted the 55-inch up on the wall. So
nice.
I could put the 40 underneath, and then bam, and one to the side. So we're gonna have it, and then I'll make sure we got we'll eat good. We'll eat good. We'll have a cool little sits in the front room. You ain't gotta move. You ain't gotta move.
We're gonna become so much closer as a unit, bro. When that happens, dude.
And we're gonna win some money.
We're gonna gel. Oh my god, I'm gonna be betting that whole day, dude. Dude, wow, Ed. Wow, dude.
Fired. I'm ecstatic. Y'all don't understand. We do this for real. We're ready. We're ready. We've been looking forward to this. When you're getting prepared, when you're taking notes, and you're just sitting here looking at all this information, and you're absorbing it, you're bringing it in, and it brings a different level of excitement to the season for you. This season's definitely hitting a little better than last season already. We're talking the Conference USA today, the new look Conference USA. They added a couple members, lost a couple members. So there will be a couple of teams that are ineligible to win the conference. We'll talk about them at the end. We'll talk about the 7 teams that are eligible to win the conference. So,
okay, bet it up. Dude, you know who they just added this year? That I didn't realize. I did. Yes, sir, baby. I did my notes on them
in Jacksonville.
Last week. And I'm just like, all right, let me look at the last couple of teams. I was like, oh, shit, look how cool it is. Sam Houston State. So I've been to that college 3 or 4 times, only because I have a first cousin. Yeah, I've got a first cousin who lives in Spring, Texas. It's I don't know exactly how far from Houston, but it's very close. And every time we go on a road trip, we get on the highway, we pass the university every time. And Sam Houston State, off the highway, they have this gigantic statue of Sam Houston, the founder. And
who the fuck is Sam Houston?
Bro, I'm going to tell you here in just 5 seconds. First, I'm going to show you this picture.
Did he own slaves? Please don't tell me this man owns slaves.
You know, dude, I'm going to be real. I have no idea, but based off the view of this statue, possibly.
Did he have a 10-gallon hat?
Look at that shit. Can you see the sideburns on this dude? There's no way he did.
I just see white.
All right, you see the figure at the bottom?
I do see the figure. He looked like William.
All right, that's me.
He looked like President.
That's me.
Taft.
That's how big that fucking statue is off the highway, dude.
What the fuck is
that shit's
doing?
Crazy. He's literally chilling. He's literally chilling with his little cane, and he's got the hand on the hip.
We're about to find out who this fucking guy is. Hold on. We're gonna find out who this guy is.
Let me look him up. So H-O-U-S-T. Oh my god, that is fucking funny, man. Let's see.
William Taft
was an American general in the Texas Revolution. He served as the 3rd president.
Oh,
he served.
We can stop here.
Third. 1859, 1861.
I looked at them dates. I looked at them days.
Yikes.
That's all I had to see. I was like, I ain't saying nothing, but I'm pretty sure your brother William, when Sam was like, yeah.
He was buddy with. Oh, hold on. Let me read this. He served under General Andrew Jackson.
Oh.
He definitely. Yeah.
All right. I was about to get a buddy.
Bro, it's so funny because you could be like, you'd be like, oh yeah, this guy he was a great man. He was a great man, did great for the country. And they'd be like, did he own slaves? You're like, like, well, you know.
I get it. Like
that an asterisk in the corner.
of the time, I get it. But
man.
If I being a decent human being, being like, hey man, you know how we keep these guys held captive and we beat the shit out of them, feed them like, put them in these outhouse, put them in these inhumane conditions. I ain't gonna do all that, man. I ain't with all that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't right. Like I wouldn't want nobody to do me like that. But I digress. That's neither here nor there. This is not time for a history lesson. This is a pet show.
Were savages back in the day, dude.
Dog.
Motherfuckers were savages, bro.
Hey man, listen.
Like it just makes me think like,
she crazy.
It's a tough subject. It's a tough subject. Back to college football podcast.
We're going to get back to the football. When you talk about the Conference USA, obviously you got to start with the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky, the Aerial Assault. They were 9-5 last year, 6-2.
Western Kentucky.
60% of their line starts returned. They're plus 130 to take this conference. The win total is 8. Plus 110 to the over, minus 134 to the under. They're minus 2 in net tart, plus 2 on offense, but minus 4 on D. Austin Reed, they're all everything quarterback returns. He threw for 4,744 yards, while being second in the country in passing yards. Yeah. 36.4 points per game on offense. They get Malachi Corey, their leading receiver, back.
Can you believe that? That's something good.
They have wide receiver transfers from Auburn, Tennessee, and Cincinnati coming in here to play in this offense. So don't expect Austin Reed to have any drop-off in the passing game. New offensive coordinator, though.
And they plucked out a guy from Ohio State, too.
I didn't even know that.
They plucked him out of Ohio State. He was committed to Ohio State. Is it getting funny?
Yeah, you're like, your audio is perfect, but your video is getting like hopefully
the audio. Am I just
yeah, you're just
going.
It's kind of like freezing.
I'm clear here. You're a little. It's like the same thing for you.
It's being trash right
now. You're gonna pop up here in 5.
Hopefully, it just catches up. I'm hoping.
Decent Wi-Fi right now, but it's all.
Now the audio is getting bad too. The audio is going in and out. Maybe it's
shit. Yeah, dude, you cut out completely. I couldn't hear you for a second.
That's what just happened with mine.
Damn it.
Is it just being weird? Like, stop being weird. I just want the internet to stop being weird. Like, we were doing good for a second now. All right, you kind of straighten out now. All right, let's get back to it. I think we got through that rough part. Sorry about that, guys. I ain't got to talk too much. I'm going over. I know there's
only bring back 5 on offense, but then you got your quarterback and you got the line coming back. This is a potential like 3rd to 4th round draft pick quarterback right here, in my opinion. Why not, dude? 6'2", 230. Give me the over and to win the conference.
I tell you what, this computer's full of shit.
See.
It's doing it again, but I'm pretty sure it's catching.
Oh yeah,
it's catching all the audio. I believe the video is just gonna be like shit. Maybe we need to hit like refresh and just.
You want to refresh?
Maybe we hit refresh and just jump straight into it.
Refresh?
Yeah, let's hit refresh. I can't believe it did. I'm still gonna add that 10 minutes of choppiness into it.
Dude, you're gonna have to, bro.
That was gold. That was gold.
To the intro.
We're sorry, guys. We're sorry. We refreshed our computers. Welcome back to this Conference USA installment of the Saturday Showdown, in which our computers tried to stop the flyness. It really tried to come in between what we had going on here. This good synergy, this good energy, but we wouldn't allow that. We're on Western Kentucky's over. Austin Reed's going to lead us there. Those 4,744 passing yards per game are going to only be enhanced with the wide receiver transfers. It doesn't really matter. This is one of the first teams we threw out the defense on, just like Coastal. They had Grayson McCall. This team has Austin Reed. We're going to toss out the defense. All right. So
over under third to fourth round quarterback coming out next year.
Yeah. So
shit, could be a fifth round. Who knows?
Who knows?
It's a decent class coming out this year.
Liberty
Flames
plus 250.
NASCAR sponsor Liberty Flames.
They're plus 250 to win the conference. 8.5 is the win total. Minus 134 to the over, plus 110 to the under. They have 8 returning starters. They have a really good pass defense. They're minus 5 in net tarp, minus 1.5 on defense. 58% of their line starts. Jamie Chadwell, he has a lot of transfers in. He has a 4-way quarterback battle, new defensive coordinator. When I see a team with this many returning starters, a pretty good defense, they have a lot of transfers, a lot of guys ready to come in and contribute right now. But a 4-way quarterback battle for a team with 8.5 win total. I'm skeptical of 8.5 wins.
I'm very skeptical.
I'm staying away completely. Just too many new changes to get integrated into the offense, integrated into the defense. A 4-way quarterback battle means you're not happy with any of the guys. If you got 4 guys battling it out, some people would see that as a positive. I got 4 guys that can play. I see that as a negative. You ain't got 4 guys who can play. You got 4 guys who could waste their motherfucking time, possibly. Give me the under.
Dude, yeah, man.
Matter of fact, don't give me anything. I'm staying hell away.
I don't know, man. This one's tough, but they do bring in the running back from Wake Forest. If that says anything, I don't know, man. It's a lot of questions, man. I don't know, man. Give me the what's the number for the over-under?
It's minus 130. It's 8.5. It's 8.5.
8.5.
Mm-hmm.
And you said the under or the over?
I'm staying away. If I had to lean, I lean under. I'm staying away.
I feel that.
I just don't like it. I'm just not a fan.
No, I feel that.
I ain't got really strong opinions on a lot of teams in this conference. But this next team, I kind of do. Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders. Team that's near and dear in my heart. My NCAA football 12 college football team. I love their jerseys. I used to love to play with them. Plus 420 to win the conference. 8.5.
You play with these guys in NCAA football?
That's my squad. They used to be my squad.
Cool.
They went 8-5 last year. 4-4 in the conference. Minus 7 in that tarp, and it's all on offense. Huh? What's up?
Are you from Tennessee?
No, I'm from here.
Are you from Tennessee?
No, I'm from South Carolina. I'm from Greenville.
So you from here, but you fuck with some Tennessee sports.
Well, I fuck with Middle Tennessee because their jersey selection on NCAA Football 12.
Just their jerseys?
Yeah, man. Like that, you could.
NCAA Football 12. Is that the one you're playing?
That's the ultimate. That's like the legendary one. Like,
you're wild, man.
People love 14. 14's great. 14's great.
12. What is that? The one with Mark Ingram?
Yeah, 12 is the greatest one ever made. 12 is the best one ever made. I'm like
13's just fine. 13's just
13,
fine. I think
14.
What 12? 13 they invented the Heisman thing, dude. I think that's the greatest thing ever built in the college football
NCAA 12,
in my opinion.
On NCAA 12, at one point when I had that game back in the day, I had half of the teams customized and edited different ways. So like
all of them for me, dude. All of them for me. I probably played more customization than the game itself.
That was the best part.
I would literally buy magazines. Oh my god, dude! I'd
going through the roster, making teams different
uniforms. Oh my god! I put the names on the jerseys. Mm-hmm. I'd have rosters for everybody. I get one of them big old college football magazines like I got, and dude, I would just put names on rosters, and I'd make sure I had their helmets and their face masks correct, and their cleats and their sock height correct.
Damn. See, I wasn't doing. I was creating made up plans. Like certain teams I would play with, but like
the helmets and the face mask, man. That's how you really like. That's how you could really be like, hey man, I better be getting paid for that shit type accuracy. Like the accuracy on their helmets and their face masks.
That's crazy.
Bro, that shit mattered, bro. That shit.
I used to like to make teams and give teams different personalities. Like you might play, I don't know, you might play Tulsa, and I don't edit it Tulsa, and now you playing Tulsa, and Tulsa got a quarterback who dual threat with two like fast receivers. Like, you know, they might have like a below average offense, so they all might have deficiencies like normal teams. But then they on defense, they might have like the fastest linebacking core in the game. Everything else might be trash or average around them, but they might have like great linebackers.
Did you mess with the ratings too?
Yeah. So I played with AI. I would give the computer, I would boost the computer AIs and keep mine at regular because it's honestly, I would go to the pass defense and bump the pass defense up to 70 for the computer because I could read the coverage so good. That's why I tell you, if you play me in a football game, you better know how to play football because I'm going to know, like, as soon as the ball snap, what coverage you in. And I'm going to know exactly where to go at the ball. Like, I'm not going to fuck that up. I'm going to know exactly where to go at the ball. So, like, I would have to do that. And when you bump the computer AIs up, you be like, bro, they are everywhere. They don't give you anything. And I love it. I like a challenge. I like to have to, like, methodically move the ball down the field or, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. We get too nerded out. This is a whole different other.
No, dude.
I can dedicate a whole podcast to this.
It's gonna be a long one, dude. We definitely should.
We can. We get nerd out on it.
NCAA 11 to 14. That was some of the greatest college football years of all time, man.
I agree.
And video game from Tim Tebow to Mark Ingram to RG3 to Robinson. Bro. Come on, dude. But that shit.
I thought one more other nugget in there. I thought one more. The greatest Madden ever. One of the greatest, to me, the greatest Madden ever.
Madden?
Madden 08. They ain't made a good Madden since PlayStation 2 days. That's just my opinion. They ain't made a good Madden since PlayStation 2 days. They have not. You haven't been able to play defense. You haven't been able to play defense in almost 15 years. You haven't been able to play defense in like 15. Like running the ball is so easy on there. Everything's easy on Madden playing offense. They made it so. Back in the day, Madden 2008, I used to skunk people in the first quarter because you could actually play defense. It really mattered how to play defense. They took that away from the game. That's my hot take, though. That's why I don't play Madden.
So you don't have Madden this year?
I bought Madden last year because they had it on sale for like $10. I'm not buying Madden. I haven't bought – before that Madden, I hadn't bought Madden in over 10 years. I don't buy Madden. I don't.
Damn, so you ain't got no football games.
I play FIFA. That's it. I got Tiger Woods too because it was free. But I don't play sports games, man, because they really don't be no good. Like I don't like 2K, and I play NCAA football 12. When I go on a fix, I play NCAA football 12 because I got the rosters edited and I got some elite teams.
That is fantastic. I'm gonna give you that. That's fantastic.
All right, man. Let's get back into this, man.
Let's get back into
it. Win total 6.5, man. They had 5 of their 8 wins came as dogs. I felt like that was pretty cool. 5 of their 8 wins, they came as dogs.
They beat Miami
you might want to look
last year.
Yeah, man, they did a good offensive performance. They lost 4 wide receivers. They were terrible against the run last year. They were 4th in the turnover margin, but they have 9 starters back. The problem is they play
terrible
Alabama
against the pass.
They play Alabama. They play Mizzou.
Oh my God!
They play Western Kentucky, and they play Liberty, and they have a new quarterback. That's the whole problem with this team. But
they go SEC back-to-back weeks on the road. Who the fuck made that schedule, dude?
If the attrition doesn't hit and they can stay healthy, I'm taking the over on this team. Okay. It's just 6.5. It's just 6.5. I think they get that. You gotta like somebody in this conference. You gotta like somebody in this conference. Let's talk about La Tech. You want to talk about La Tech?
Oh, I love Louisiana Tech.
Let me tell you what I want to talk about.
These boys played 2 times.
The La Tech.
This is we played against Louisiana Tech. I'll throw a Clemson story.
Y'all played against them last year, right?
We played against them last year, and we played against them in my first ever bowl game that I remember, which is 2001. We played in the don't ask me what bowl it was. Might as well call it the Idaho Potato Bowl because it was in Boise State's football stadium. It was snowing and everything. We had Woodrow Dantzler as our quarterback. First quarterback ever to pass for 1,000, rush for 1,000. That has been absolutely destroyed since. But first quarterback in the history of college football, pass for 1,000, run for 1,000. And we beat Louisiana Tech in I think it was like the Independence Bowl, if I'm not bold. But it was in Idaho, in the Boise State, the Blue Tundra, in the snow. Bowl game in the snow. First bowl game ever that I remember.
That's crazy.
That I was conscious enough. But give it to us, brother.
Sammy Cumbie.
Defense.
They brought in Hank Bachmeier to play quarterback. He transferred in from Boise State. This team is -3 in TARP, -5 on offense, +2 on defense. They were 129th against the run. They had 12 players on D transfer in to try to help with that. 4 losses by a combined 10 points, so they were right on the cusp. They lost 4 O-line starters. Smoke Harris going from this team. The leading rushers going for this team. They gave them 37.9 points.
I got
you may be thinking to yourself.
Back.
You may be thinking to yourself, there's no way you're taking an over on this team's win total of 6.
I'm pretty sure Smoke Harris is back.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, that's 4 O-line starters and Smoke Harris and their leading rushers back. I'm sorry, because they do got 74% of their line starters.
Yeah, the leading rushers back as well.
You might be thinking, there ain't no way you're taking the over on their win total. Yes, the fuck I am. They return a ton on offense, and I know we're not supposed to use this because I just used it against the team. They did have a bottom 5 run defense, but they brought in 12 players from the transfer portal. No place to go but up. Give me over on the 6 win total.
The over. This is a top 30 passing offense last year.
The only thing is Hank Bachmeier is absolutely terrible once he started getting hit. They have got to keep them upright. They have the offensive line to do it. It is imperative. The more he gets hit, the more prone to turnovers he have, and that was the problem at Boise State and why he eventually lost his job to Taylor Green. So he better not continue that shit.
This is a starting offensive line that averages 310 pounds. like averages 310 pounds on that offensive line.
You would think with an offensive line like that and the defense playing against them, they'd be better against the run. But I digress. Bottom 5 run defense. Let's talk about a team I like. You guys know how I feel about this team. It is the UTEP. It is
the University of Texas, El Paso, Nation. Or the Texas Western. A little throwback for you if you know your history. The Texas Western.
Out in the West Texas town of El Paso lay the Miners. They are plus 1,600 to win the conference. Dana, I don't know how to say your last name. DeMales. I'm going with Dana. Listen, the win total is 5.5. They're -4 in TARP, -3.5 on defense, -5 on offense. I mean, it's -0.5. They return 61% of their O-line starts. They have 7 returners on the defense, but the problem is only one of those in the secondary. So pretty much a new secondary. They do return the quarterback, the running back, and the majority of the offensive line. But they do have a new defense coordinator and a new offensive coordinator. But I have a soft spot for the Miner Nation. I like what I see when I see this team. You return the defense that wasn't bad last year. Should maybe get some improvement. I think they're going to get a defensive coordinator bump from this new defensive coordinator hire. The offensive line is intact along with the quarterback and the running back. They should be able to use that and feast on a couple of these teams that are defense that are porous in this conference. I will take the over 5.5 for Miner Nation.
All right, 6 on offense, 4 on defense. It's a top 50 defense from last year. This one's tough, man. They got a soft spot just from the history of the team or the history of the college. I don't know, man. Give me the under, dude. Give me the under. This one's a tough team to scout too, and I'm just like, oh man, these CUSA teams, man. This was some tough like notes to kind of like pick out from what I'm reading, and it's like, they do play a team that NCRT Ward or Word. I have never even.
Incarnate.
Is it NCR or is it Incarnate?
It's
what the
like
fuck is that, bro?
You know
what?
The
fuck is that?
We gonna look. What's crazy? Their coach transferred and stuff like that. They've been popping up a lot lately. I don't know what it really is. Yeah. I don't know what that school is. I've been seeing them. All right, let's talk about Jerry Kill. New Mexico State.
It's a private, non-profit college in San Antonio.
Non-profit, my ass. Let's talk about Jerry Kill's New Mexico State team. This team was 7-6 and finished 6-1 last year. That's crazy. Plus 22,000 to win the conference. Plus 2 in net.
That's terrible odds for a decent team.
Minus 1.5 on defense. I know, right? Because when you look at this team, the offense returns 8
9 returning starters on offense, dude.
Oh, I had 8 right now. My bad. And it returned the quarterback. He was great last year.
He's back. His
name was like Diego Pavilla, I think was his name.
Yeah.
He was fucking amazing last year. He's small, but he was everything for them. Once he took over the offense shot up like a cannon. The problem is they only returned what? You got 4 starters on defense?
I actually got 3.
Shit. Man.
I got 3. So what a terrible. Oh man, I don't.
And the problem is,
I'm gonna tell you right now,
went from giving up 40 points a game to 23 points a game last year. And you're gonna need them to stay the same to do this.
And I don't feel they'll start as bad as they did last year. They started out 0-4. I think they could easily be 3-1. To start the new
6.
year. You can get 2 or 3. You can either get a third or half of that shit by week 4. I don't know, man. What's the over under for this team?
6. I've been doing a lot of overs. I'm gonna have to go under, man. There's no way I can. Just simply based off the
defense.
It's the defense for me, and really the offense turned it on at the end of last year. And there's more film on the offense, and I'm wondering how much of that was just them just catching some lucky breaks, or how much of that is going to like.
They went 6-1 in their last 7 and won a bowl game.
Yeah,
they caught fire at the very end. Hey, I'm right at the number. I'm right at.
There's another.
What's your number first? What's your number?
I got him as under.
But like, are you close or are you like nowhere near it?
They'll probably win 4 or 5. Give me the schedule.
All right, here we go. We got Massachusetts. I think that's a win. You got Western Illinois.
Win.
You got at Liberty, potential loss.
They're gonna lose that game.
And you go at New Mexico. That's
toss up.
That's a toss. I'll put an asterisk right there. At Hawaii, you already know what I think.
That's a win. That's a win.
FIU.
That's a win.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got win. 3 right now. Then you got Sam Houston. I'm gonna say that's a win.
Sam losing.
You think so? Then you go at UTEP.
You're gonna lose to Minor Nation.
And then you got at Louisiana Tech.
Loss.
Yeah, I was going to say it could be a loss. Then you got Middle Tennessee at home. Then you go at Western Kentucky.
Loss.
Then you go at Auburn.
Loss.
You got Jacksonville State.
Loss.
Let's see, 1, 2.
Even if they beat Sam Houston, still that's only like 5.
Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 for me. Yeah. But I don't know, man. I want to give them hope that they can get
I think I'm like Auburn late in the season is going to be crazy. Like you just have this whole season
suck,
and you fighting for your bowl eligibility, and here comes the fucking Tigers to put their dick on.
But could you imagine if fucking Auburn dropped this shit before the Iron Bowl?
They got TJ Finley at quarterback no more. You ain't got to worry about them doing that. They had TJ Finley at quarterback. It could happen. Let's talk about FIU, Florida International. They returned 83% of their line starts. They were 4-8 last year, 2-6 in the conference. This was the worst team in the conference last year. They were +6 on TARP. They're even amongst the offense and defense with +3. The problem is this team, Mike McKenzie's team just got blown the fuck out last year. They had 8 losses by 30 points. They gave them 37 points per game.
They lost 73-0 to Western Kentucky last year.
Do you know the problem? You know the other problem with that? The win total was 3.5, right? They lost both of their starting tackles to the portal. Their starting running back just tore his ACL in spring ball, and they lost their 3 starting linebackers to the transfer portal. They lost a ton to the transfer portal. I get it. They have a pretty good TARP rating. They returned a lot on the offensive line. But this defense was putrid. They got to win more than 3 games. And 3.5. Give me a schedule. Just give me a schedule.
We got at Louisiana Tech.
Loss.
Then we got Maine. Then we got North Texas.
They ain't losing that one.
Then you go at UConn. I got a dub.
Loss.
You think loss?
Yeah,
Liberty.
UConn's came a long way. Loss.
Then you got at New Mexico State.
Toss up.
Then you go UTEP at home.
Minor Nation.
Then you got at Sam Houston.
Possible loss.
You got Jacksonville State, the Gamecocks.
Loss. Definitely a loss.
Then you go at Middle Tennessee.
Loss.
And then at Arkansas, it's the second CUSA team.
Random SEC throttling. Loss.
Randomly at the very end of the year. And then Western Kentucky.
Okay, yeah. You named like 2 games impossible toss-ups. I'm going under.
So it's like 2 or 3 right there.
Under. Defense just as bad. They had 8 losses of 30 points. They only lost 8 games. That means every game they lost, they got beat by 30 points. You don't just improve overnight like that. I wonder how many games they actually cover the spread. Do they cover more spreads or do they win more games? let's talk about the two teams that are not eligible to go to the conference, but they are new to the conference, so they're not eligible to win the conference. But one team intrigues me, and both teams intrigue me because of the coaches. One team's going to give you some good betting options, opportunities early in the season, and that is the Rich Rod's Jacksonville State Gamecocks. They were 9-2 last year in their conference. They're plus 1.5 in TARP. That's all on defense.
Fucking hell. Sorry, my bad, dude. A fucking moth flying in my face. That'd be a fun video to.
Their defense was really good.
Transcript out.
I didn't see any. All I seen was I was looking at my paper and I just seen like the camera like it was like what the hell?
It's gonna be a little.
Yeah, boy, he was trying to be a part. He was trying to be a part of it.
Yeah, dude.
Let me see. I can look.
You
this
can maybe
up,
go back. I could see.
Nah, I should be able to look this up. I should be able to look this up. I gotta see if I can splice these two videos together or however I do it. But I can see it. I know exactly what mark to look at. So I'm gonna try to create a video with it. Don't worry, promo video. The moth, he's coming back. Don't worry, he gonna come over your shoulder this time.
Hey, fuck him. Hopefully he's dead.
He's like, man. He's like, I'm the third. He's like, I'm trying.
One day I'm gonna record this shit outside, and it's gonna be a fucking war zone. Just things flying around into my screens.
Yeah, because they're going to see the white screen. They're like, yeah, man, we ran right into that.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, me and my wife, we watch a lot of TV on our porch. And it's like, yo, babe, go wipe that damn bug off the shit. And then, or it'd be like, babe, wipe that bug off. I'm like,
got to. Bugs.
On to the next one, man.
They just be like,
my wife don't play that bug shit.
Right to the screen.
It's just like, that's it, man. It's like, Johnny, don't look in the light. It's so pretty.
But it's so bright. Man.
You didn't hear it here. I mean, it's pretty obvious. The Jacksonville State Gamecocks. I think the only other team in college football named the Gamecocks besides USC.
They have a pretty good pass rush down here in Jacksonville State. They led the conference they were in last year on defense. I mean, no, they
Atlantic
led
Sun Conference.
No, they did not lead the conference. I'm tripping. They averaged 250 yards rushing per game. They scored 36.2 points per game in the last conference they were in. They have experienced secondary. They have pass rushers. They have experienced guys come back on offense. This team's going to be a team to bet the overall early in the season. This team's going to cover spreads. So look out for Jacksonville State. There's nothing on – the win total is 5.5. I'll be hammering the over. This is probably my favorite bet of the whole podcast. They're definitely winning over 5.5 games. So you can take that to the bank with Jacksonville State.
What? Give me a Rich Rodriguez story real quick. You have to have one.
I don't.
Crazy he did at Michigan. Really? You know, he was the offensive coordinator for us in 2000.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that. I don't know.
Rich Rod's a great coach. The only thing I have about Rich Rod is he brought in that Sam McGuffey kid. I never seen him do shit. Like, he was so hyped up, bro. He brought a lot of hyped up recruits that just did not do shit. Like,
I feel it. I just hate it because he was with us for 2 years and then went to West Virginia and then just created a monster in West Virginia at the Big East, West Virginia at the time. And then he goes to y'all for 2 years and it just fails, right? You would just say that was a fail? Just was a failed experiment, bringing him in? What would you like? I remember when he went to Michigan. It was a big fucking deal, dude. Big fucking deal. But
just didn't work out.
Yeah, well.
I like that.
Good luck to him.
I'm trying to think about them days. On to Sam Houston State. 5-4 last year. They returned 64% of the line starts. Casey Keeler. Let me tell you a little something about Casey Keeler and their head coach. He was 85-27 at the FCS level. He was great in the playoffs, and he even won a ring. The problem is they're in a quarterback battle, and they only return one offensive lineman. So even though they're +1 on target on offense, net +4, all of on defense. It's +3 on defense, and they have an All-American at every level on their defense. So with another opportunity to bet over here, I'm looking like, should I? Would I? Could I? No. I don't think this team is better than a couple teams in their conference.
Is this going to be a shell shock?
I'm just going to stay away from this team.
You think? You think for Sam Houston and Jacksonville State, like it's just going to be like, oh shit.
Not for Jacksonville State.
You think Jacksonville State would be just fine?
I think both teams would be just fine. I just think
it's coming from FCS to the FBS is, I don't know, it's pretty crazy. It's not uncommon as we've seen this last like 2, 3, 4 years.
I'm thinking from a motivational standpoint.
Small teams joining decent conferences. I mean,
I'm thinking from a motivational standpoint. At the end of the season, the last 2 games, how much of these kids maybe bought in that they know they can't go to a bowl? You know what I'm saying? They can't go to a bowl.
Hey, they can now, though.
No, they can't.
They can now.
They're on probation because you got to wait. You got to wait.
How many years?
You got to wait like a year when you join the conference before you bowl eligible. So they're not even bowl eligible. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's right.
So if an FCS team joins FBS,
you can't join the.
So if Clemson went to the SEC, we can't play in a bowl game.
No, you're already in a big.
Or is it?
I think it's just the bump up from FCS to FBS.
FCS to FBS. Okay. Mm-hmm. I feel that.
So that kind of holds me off. That kind of wanes me off of those teams. But this was like I said, this conference is like it's 9 teams, but
not the worst schedule.
9 teams, but 2 teams. It's only like 2 bad teams in this conference. The rest of them could be middle of the road. They're going to feast on each other. Not a bad schedule. Could definitely see them going over 4 wins. It wasn't so bad.
I think so.
It wasn't so bad. 2 podcasts.
We got 12:30.
2 hours.
Not bad. The wife. Where's the wife at? Let's see.
Oh no, I'm just knowing I'm going to be late tomorrow going to work because I'm about to set my alarm for 5:30. I need 5 hours of sleep at least.
The wife on 85. Approaching Marley Lily. Yeah, she approaching the exit. Interesting. She's a little late tonight. Usually she walking in about 12:10. But all right, brother. We did it. One step closer. One step closer, my boy.
4 more conference previews to go. We look forward to giving you the Pac-12 and Big 12 tomorrow.
Newly known as the Pac-4.
Pac-4.
And the Big 14, it seems like. I think the Big 12 added. I don't know if they lost except for Texas and Oklahoma. So they may be the Big 12 still. Because they added Cincinnati. And did they add anybody else? Who else did they fucking add? And Houston. Okay, they had Houston and Cincinnati in replacement of Oklahoma and Texas. Not bad, but they're going to be, but this is one more year of the Big 12 for Oklahoma. Interesting.
We'll talk about
so this is the Big 14 and the Pac-4 tomorrow, baby.
Let's get it. Talk about it. Tell you
the Big 14, baby.
It's not really a shocker. I have Texas winning the Big 12, but they're not back.
I like it. Now let me ask you a question about Texas. Do they have a backup? Where's their okay? All right, hold on. Let me look at some. Yeah, sophomore. All right, will Quinn Ewers transfer and let Arch Manning take over this ship, or is Arch Manning out of fucking luck? Should he potentially transfer?
He should have went somewhere
else. That's what I'm thinking, dude.
If he hasn't beat,
fuck would you come here, dude?
If he hasn't beat Quinn Ewers out, it's over with. So there you go.
He a skinny little fucker, man. I don't know, man.
If he wanted to play right away,
215. He's a little over 200, but like he a skinny 200. I'll never forget. I thought that dude was coming to Clemson, man. I swear. I don't know if you saw that. It was like when his stocks just started rising like out of nowhere. He was at a Clemson football camp and he made a fucking, it was a Dilfer dime, bro. It was a dime from like, it was like a 50, 55 yard like dime in the corner of the end zone. I was like, oh shit, he did that at Clemson, bro. What the fuck? Dude, you know who Texas got? They got A.D. Mitchell. But I was wondering where the fuck this dude went. A.D. Mitchell, who was an all-time Georgia legend, national championship touchdown catches in the last 2 years. He left Georgia. I knew he did. I don't know why. That's crazy. Yeah, A.D. Mitchell, top newcomer for the Texas Longhorns. That'll be wild. Who do you got, man? Alabama week 2, or do you got Texas week 2, man? Who you got?
I haven't even dug into either of those teams like that, but probably Texas because I don't know the Alabama quarterback situation. It's almost
Jalen Milroe
away. We don't even know if he's starting. We don't know if he's starting.
He better be fucking starting. That would be ridiculous. That would be ridiculous.
We'll see. He can't throw the ball or shit when I seen him, so we'll see. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about it later in the week, man. Hopefully we'll have some clarity by then. We'll be almost, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully State will give us a little information. I have to fucking get on his horn and yell at him. But this has been another edition of the Saturday Showdown, the double up edition, because we doubled up.
The double up. We doubling up all year. Well, all week long. That's when we do that shit.
All week long. So
doubling up all week long.
Only the best for y'all. So y'all like, review, subscribe, share, all those things. Help us out. We really appreciate it, man. We appreciate y'all rocking with us here on the Saturday Showdown. Like, review, subscribe, share though. That is uber important.
Please subscribe on YouTube. We need that shit. It matters. And please like us and subscribe YouTube. Go
wherever you get your podcast.
And give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. I haven't even checked our shit out on Spotify. I don't have Spotify, but 5 stars on Apple, dude. Come on.
5 stars.
Let's do it. Come on.
This is Puffy.
This is Chip, man. This is the Saturday Showdown. We are out of this, biatch. You already know, baby.
We out, man. I love you, man. We'll see y'all later.
You, man. All right, bro.
Peace.